It seems like most of the Digimon fan base is talking about the Vital Bracelet right now, and for good reason. It's a flashy new device, it's got a color screen, it's got fitness features, it's got all that stuff. I'm wearing one right now, of course. Look, there it is. Everyone say hello to Runnermon. There he goes, running around. Bye, Runnermon. But that is not the thing I was most looking forward to this March. That would be the Pendulum Z2. These devices released just this past week on the 17th of March, and I received mine yesterday. I'm recording this on Tuesday. This will probably be airing on Wednesday, so I guess I received it 2 days ago, according to when you are watching this. Either way, I've got my devices in, I'm very excited about them, and I've actually already opened them. This is not an unboxing video, unfortunately. I didn't want to wait to record. I wanted to get these open, start getting data off of them. I've actually already got all the Jogress details off of these devices already, so if you go to the Digitama Hatchery and take a look at the Pendulum Z section, you will see if you click on any of the Digimon in the Pendulum Z2 devices, you'll be able to see their Jogress requirements already up. And I'm going to be getting more evolution requirements as the days go on, as much as I can. I'm going to be a little bit busy this week, so I may not be able to spend as much time as I like getting the information out of these, but I'm still going to do as much as I can, and it will be a little bit easier than last time since I already know what to expect from these devices since we had the Pendulum Z1s released back in November. So either way, I'm going to go ahead and open this up here. I've already opened the device like I've said, but I'm going to open it again, especially because I want to make sure everyone's aware of a certain trick. Now, you may have seen some other people do this, and I don't know if I'm the first person to have done this, but I do remember suggesting it to some other people, like Kakujo and a few others, to, when you need to open your device, use a butter knife. I don't know if I've ever said that on the channel before, but I want to make sure that people know about this because it makes it so much easier. You take the flat edge of the butter knife, you slide it right in the tab, and you just lift that tab out like that. You turn it around, you do the same thing. Sometimes you can get the butter knife all the way through in one go, but I like to do both just like that. And there you go. No damage to your precious box, and that way you can see the adorable little sprite on it. Oops, upside down. Do adorable little sprite on it with no issue whatsoever, other than the focus. The focus will still be an issue, but that's just how it goes for this sort of thing, huh? So anyway, Wind Guardians is this one, right? We got Teropiamon right there on the front of the box. I've got a couple other boxes. Where'd they go? They're around here somewhere. There they go. They're on the floor. I'm going to show off the other boxes here real quick. I don't got devices in these boxes, but just so you can see, we got Manticoremon on this one, and this is the Virus Busters device. And we've got Rebellamon on the Metal Empire. There you go. They have a back of the box too. Nothing really crazy there. It says some words. Actually looks like it's just little reference books for these Digimon that are on here. Or something. I don't know. I can't read Japanese. Still can't. You'd think I would be able to by now with how much Digimon stuff I've done, but I can't. But either way, there you go. So that's what the boxes are like. We're going to go ahead and take Wind Guardians out of its box right here. We're just going to push it out by its plastic, just like so. There we are. Put that next to the other boxes. Take that out. And here we are. Now, I'm going to warn you right away. One thing you're not going to hear in this video is any of this. Well, you didn't hear it just then. You didn't hear a pendulum clacker. I have already gone in and modded these devices so that I would be able to properly get evolution requirements out of them, and in so doing, I took out the pendulum clacker. You can too, if you don't like the pendulum clacker. You just take a screwdriver, open it up, unscrew the pendulum, it's located about right there, and just take it out. I do recommend putting it in a plastic bag for safekeeping like I do. I've got so many pendulums lying around in a plastic bag in my Digimon shelving thingy that I use. But if you don't like the clacker, you take that out. It's not that I don't like the clacker, but the thing is that when you are modding these things, it does make it difficult to put the pendulum clacker back on every time you open it and take it apart. And while I'm only planning on taking these apart once, I just really didn't want to put it back on. So there you go. Wind Guardians device. It's a nice shade of light blue. Look at that. Very pretty. I'm going to set that right there. Show you the other two. We got Metal Empire right here. And it's like a dark gray, kind of brown thing with some very burgundy colored buttons and frame and all sorts of little red specks and such. Very nice as well. Look at that iridescence. Fantastic. And we have right over here, oh, someone told me last time I should have organized these by what they were. So, well, they're not anymore. These are both Nature Spirits, and that's the Jungle Troopers. So I guess you could be the Wind Guardians one. You kind of look like Entmon. You've got a hammer, so you got to be Metal Empire. That leaves Triceramon to be Virus Busters. How about that? And here we have the Virus Busters one. Let's get a focus, please. Thank you. And we have nice cream-colored shell, call this one the McDonald's device because it's, you know, red, yellow, and white. It looks just like a freaking McDonald's. But yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this one. Not my favorite color choice. Not my favorite device either, but I'll get into that. It's got a little what is that? Is that a speck or is that just part of the background? It's just part of the background. I hate when backgrounds make me think there's like something wrong with my device. A bunch of moderns do that, like the Digimon. I always think that part of the D is like a crack in my device or something, but no, it's just the background. But either way, there go the devices. And of course, what I need to do here now is reorganize them after just organizing them so nicely. Put them all right next to each other, because I'm going to also bring out here the Wave 1s so that we can see all of them all together. There we go. That is a beautiful set there. I really like the way these all look together. Only, there's not a lot of orange going on here. Like yellow tones are kind of lacking. We got some yellow here, but no actual orange. But we got blue, green, we got some purple, we got all sorts of colors happening here. It's a nice looking set. I know some people are upset that this one's not green and that this one's not silver, but I'm happy with the choices they made. I think that they went with a good option instead. So yeah, definitely a good looking set. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the lighting in now. There we go. Made a little ding there. Hope that didn't bother anybody, but let's show you what this looks like under a few different slidings. So this is just straight up white light. Let's reduce some harshness there. There you go. So that's what they look like under white light. Let's look under, I think this is just neutral light, neutral colored light, like a mix of white and yellow. And then we have just straight up yellow right here. So there you go. That's what they look like under different lights, but I generally stick with white lighting, and we'll be leaving that up the rest of the video. So we could take a look at these devices under that lighting, but yeah, there you go. Hopefully that gives you a better idea of what they look like. Say goodbye to the knife. It's out of here. Bye, knife. All right, one question people was asking me on the community tab the other day. I posted that I was getting these and wanted to see if anyone had any questions they wanted me to cover. And people were asking, how did I get these so fast, right? Because these just released last week. And the thing is a lot of you may have ordered through premiumband.us, and premiumband.us takes a while to get the devices and ship them out. What I'm pretty sure happens is they just kind of chuck them all on a boat, wait on the boat to get over to the US, and then ship all the US orders out after the boat arrives. So that takes a good long while. It takes about a month. So usually they're about a month behind the actual Japanese release. Now, I don't wait for that. I like to get these things as quickly as humanly possible. So I use a proxy. I use From Japan, and From Japan is able to get these things usually the day or two after they come out and ship them out not much later. So I think they shipped out mine on Friday, I believe it was, on the 19th. And then over the weekend, it traveled through many lands, including Alaska and Tennessee, and reached me all the way in Florida in no time at all. So I had these by noon on Monday. And then From Japan, I can't speak highly of them enough. They are a great service. They do a great job. One of the fastest shippers I've ever seen. And yeah, very much appreciate them getting this to me as quickly as possible. Please sponsor me. I would love that. Anyway, the devices themselves, right? So let's go ahead and get the Wave 1s out of here, and let's focus in on one of these, shall we? So we have here Wind Guardians. Let's get a little bit of a zoom going on here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn off autofocus too, because that's only going to give us nothing but trouble for the rest of the video if I leave that on. So let's get some focus. There we go. Look at that. We got a beautiful little Teropiamon laying around. That's right, I put the mascots on each one already, because that's just the kind of guy I am. So there we go. It's not 916, by the way. It's just what time Rebellumon thinks it is. So we have Teropiamon running around. We have all the basic stuff here. There's not much to say about this that I haven't said about the Pendulum Z already. So if you haven't heard anything about the Pendulum Z, check it out. There's a link at the top of the video right now. You can go look at my original video on the Wave 1 and see what you think about all that. So anyway, just to give a brief on it, same stats are here, so you get to know your hunger, your strength, your attributes, your levels, whether or not you can draw aggress, your winning percent, all that basic stuff. Your food is still food. There are still more types of food you can get, including things that help you in battle, like the AP chip. The 7 switch actually shouldn't even be here. I'm debugged. You won't find a 7 switch in yours, but the jumper gate, you'll find that. So go straight to a boss, or the experience coat to help you experience up or level up faster. And we have the training, same old training. In this case, Teropiamon's a virus, only wants 1 arrow. And there we go, we have 1 arrow. And I stay perfectly still because the accelerometer on this is as accurate as the vital bracelets, which is to say it's not accurate at all. Teropiamon has a beautiful, beautiful face there. You may have actually seen Teropiamon just the other day, and Digimon Adventure: it was the main antagonist of that episode. And that episode gave us a lot of Pomumon as well, so I'd say it was a nice episode overall for those of you that just like watching for the sake of seeing some cool Digimon. Alright, so Teropiamon, there you go, good training. We have the Coliseum, which has 50 stages once again, and in those stages you will encounter different Digimon, including Digimon from the previous devices. So in this case we have Togemon right here, and again, one shake, nothing more. You may not get the shakes right away, so just keep moving around until you have the right number of arrows. It makes a sound every time you get an arrow. So Tropiamon will now fight Woodmon, who is the precursor to Togemon. Togemon's the boss of the level. You fight Woodmon first. These appeared on the original Wind Guardians devices, and here comes the big ol' hit. Let's see if we can knock out Woodmon with this big ol' flaming wheel. Wow, is Woodmon gonna kill us? No, okay, thank heavens. Anyway, and so yeah, we had Woodmon. I think Bergermon's the next one in this fight if we were to hang around, but we're not by Bergermon. Alright, so that's the Coliseum. We have the ability to clean up poop. There's no poop on the screen. We have the ability to turn off lights. I'm not going to do that. That'll put him into backup, and I don't want to do that right now. We have the ability to heal sicknesses. We have the album, which will show us all the Digimon we've collected, which I don't know why I keep passing it. There we go. We can also back up our Digimon, of course, into different slots so that we can save them for later or choose to use them as Jogress material. Library will show us all of the different Digimon we have acquired. You may have noticed I haven't gotten any child level Digimon yet. That is because I'm cheating. So, yeah, that's just how I roll. To make sure you guys get the evolution requirements, I cheat the heck out of these devices. There's also, it says record. Did the other ones say record? Oh my gosh, they finally fixed a spelling error. This is the first time I've seen this. I haven't looked at this yet. So this actually says record instead of recode like it always has. And it is supposed to just be a record. So holy cow, it only took them Digital Monster X 1, 2, and 3, Pendulum Z1, and now in the Pendulum Z2, the 5th attempt. It only took them the 5th attempt to spell record right. So wow, fascinating. I guess that is one new feature of this device. Otherwise they are identical, but there you go. If you really want to have the right spelling, you'll have it. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, what happens if you connect a Wave 2 with a Wave 1? So over here on my Wave 1 Deep Sabers, I have Marine Chimeramon hanging out. We're going to go ahead and just do a quick connection battle. Now, he is a vaccine, whereas Tropiamon is a virus. Actually, all the mascots for Wave 2 are viruses for whatever reason. Manticoremon and Rebellomon being the other two. So we're going to choose Z Battle on both of these. And we got to just shake a little bit here. We got to shake the crap out of this. There we go. That should get them both their best hits. They're both level 1, I'm pretty sure. Connection. We'll watch the battle on Tropium on screen, and we'll keep Marine Chimeramons in the background so you can see it all blurry over there. Actually, wait, I want to see his face. We already saw Tropiumon's face. Yeah, good face. Alright. Look at that, you got hit by all the needles. Who's going to win? I mean, Marine Chimeramon's probably going to win. Oh, and look at that, get another shot. Yeah, there you can't see him. There you go. And, oh my, Marine Chimeramon won, just like everyone predicted. Okay. Type advantage attributes. Type attribute advantage, whatever. Alright, so now we're unlocking stuff. So you may be saying, oh great, so by connecting to a Wave 1, we unlock stuff. But, actually, you know what? I wasn't expecting to be able to do that. The crap? Yeah, okay, so real quick, I think this is because I'm in debug mode that this is happening. Because I'm pretty sure I've tested this before and this didn't occur. So we can find out real quick, right? So right now it's unlocking me a whole bunch of stuff. I think that that's just happening because, again, I'm in debug mode. So we're going to take a little reset to this. We're going to see what happens if I am starting these off fresh. There we go. All right, so we're gonna do reset. Okay. Reset, okay. All right, set the time. It is currently that time, sure, why not? There's our eggs. Fast forward to hatch the eggs. You don't have fast forward unless you're in debug, and you don't need fast forward. Trust me, it just kind of ruins the playability of the device if you just fast forward through everything. All right, so let's go ahead and just fast forward these both through their baby stages. Once we get to baby 2, we'll be able to look at that. Look at Perurumon's poop. Amazing. We got some Serious 02 flashbacks over here with both of these babies. Fast forward, and after the third poop, we will evolve into baby 2. Baby 2. There they go. There goes Poromon. There goes Upamon. Doodly doop, doodly doodly doo. Alright, so now we'll give them a quick snack, because otherwise they won't be able to fight. Get them over to battle mode. They both need a few shakes. There we go. Connect them together. Hit the button. And view the results. Because they're going to fight, but we're not going to watch the fight. Who won? Look at that. Poromon won. Good job, Poromon. And this time, yeah, nothing unlocked. So that was just because I was in debug. When I do a fresh reset, the debug kind of pauses. That doesn't quite pause, but it just doesn't affect unlocks if I'm on a clean reset. So there you go. Nothing unlocked from connecting a wave 2 to a wave 1. Now, if I was to connect these guys, however, Rebellamon against Poromon, that's going to go great. And we'll just do a battle Z on both. We'll just, we won't shake Rebellamon at all, just to give Poromon a little bit of a fighting chance. But we know how this battle's going to turn out. We'll show the faces as well, so you can, I'm sure a lot of people are like, why aren't you showing the faces? And it's like, well, I've already seen them all a million times. But you haven't. Okay, there goes Poromon's face, cute little face. Let's look at Bellamon's face, if it even comes up since I didn't shake. I actually don't think his face will trigger now. So I'll show you Manticore and Rebellamon's face after this. How's that? Is that a good compromise? I think that's a good compromise. Yeah, you won. Good job. You beat up a child. And at this point, Poromon will get a few unlocks. It will get, there's number 6, that would be Hawkmon for this. Number 15 is Aquilamon. And you'll notice the other two didn't unlock. We didn't get Sylphimon and Valkyrimon. That's because they are Jogress result Digimon. So we don't get to see them on the unlock screen, but you are still able to Jogress into them if you connect properly. Now, that is one thing though. You don't get anything for connecting to the previous waves, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing to do with them. So for example, Hawkmon is on this device, but Tailmon is on this device. So if you wanted to Jogress Aquilamon with Tailmon, you would technically need to have both of these to be able to smash them together and make that Jogress. Get to level 6 first, by the way. Make sure to check the guide. You need to be at level 6 to get those special Jogresses going off. In addition, you can raise Agumon in all versions of the Wave 1 and Gabumon in all versions of the Wave 2. So guess what? If you raise them both all the way up, you can get Omegamon by smashing them together. So that's all there is. There's just a few special Jogresses, and if you have a decom or anything like that, you'd be able to get those Jogresses to happen using those anyway. So just a little bit of a tip there. Let's zoom out a little bit, shall we? Beautiful. Let's get these more in the frame. Okay, get the screwdriver out of here. We don't need that anymore. So there you go. Speaking of Jogress, let's show one off, shall we? So we have, we'll have these guys fight first so you can see their faces. And let's just keep that zoomed out. Let me just adjust that focus there. There we go. That's much better. All right, so you guys are going to fight each other. Manticoremon on the right, Rebellamon on the left. Both need just one shake because they're viruses. There we go. Give that a second. Mash them together. Hit that button. And since I'm zoomed out now, I can actually see them both, no problem. Let's see, turn it that way just a little bit. There we go. That should get us a good view. Ugh, beautiful faces. Wonderful. Oh no, look at that. How's it gonna go? Good job, Rebellamon. Now that you've both killed each other, I need you to, make up. Okay, we're gonna wait for those eggs to go by, I guess. Again. Although they're not eggs. See, it's very easy to always refer to them as eggs, just because that's what I'm used to. With the Pendulum 20, you would always unlock eggs, right? And the same thing on the Digital Monster version 20th, but here you don't unlock eggs, you unlock evolution paths, is how it works. So there's not separate eggs for everything, everything's part of one big tree. You always start off with the same baby, and that baby can evolve into different things depending on what all you've unlocked. Look at all that stuff to unlock. Good gravy. It already happened over here when we connected these two together, hence why it's not happening again right now. And the funny thing is, I actually already have a lot of these. I've already evolved into a lot of them, but again, it's just debug mode weirdness to where it will kind of just unlock them all at once on your first connect. All right, so now we're going to Jogress. So we're going to go down to Jogress, and all perfect and all adult Digimon can Jogress with other Digimon of the same stage. So depending on what attribute you're using, you'll get different results. And the only requirement for Jogress is to have eaten. You just have to not be starving and you can Jogress. there we go. So Manticoremon became Dukemon, and Rebellamon became Ancient Wisemon. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to Jawgrassing. There's no limit to it either. So if you were adult stages and wanted to Jawgrass the perfects that you get from Jawgrassing into Ultimates, you could just right away. No restrictions whatsoever. But these guys are Ultimates now. That means they can't Jawgrass anymore. They may be able to evolve further. I haven't tested that yet. I'll know soon enough. And if you're reading this about a month or so after this guide, this video comes out, then the guide should already tell you whether or not these guys will evolve. But we'll see how quickly I can get that done this time around. So that's pretty much all there is to say about these guys. There's nothing new about them, but that doesn't mean they're not special. The great thing about the Pendulum series in general, the original and the Z, is that you were never really meant to collect them all. You were just meant to get the ones that had the Digimon you like on it. And that's all you really need to do. I get them all, obviously, because I'm insane, and do that sort of thing. But you don't have to. So if you're looking at these and saying, hey, these are a little bit expensive, I don't want to spend all my money on all this, then just pick the ones you like. If I was to only pick like 2 of these, I'd be getting the Deep Savers and the Wind Guardians. Those 2 are definitely my favorites on this, especially because of the new Digimon. Both the aquatic and aerial Digimon were lacking, but now we have new ones like Pomamon over here, Tropiumon, and Marine Chimeramon, and Entmon, and friggin' all sorts of good new stuff. Entmon's over here, by the way, not over here. We got Sangomon and Tobiumon and Gusokumon and Piranamon over here. A whole bunch of new stuff. So that's one of the those are the 2 I like most, but that's one of the great things about this. Just choose whichever ones have the ones you want. If you don't know which ones have what, I do have the versions page up on digitamahatchery.com. Go there and you can see exactly what Digimon are on which version, including all the extra ones. Or you could just go straight to the evolution guide, look at the roster, and see there what you'll be able to raise. But one way or the other, I definitely recommend getting this. I know an obvious question is going to be, hey, when are they going to release outside Japan? And that's a very hard question to answer. And right now, I would say assume that they won't. We are getting the Digital Monster X series coming out this summer in the US and other territories. So that's exciting. That's awesome to hear. But they kind of skipped over the Pendulum version 20th. So I don't know if they'd want to go with the Pendulum Z as well. And so it's I wouldn't wait on it. If they were to release it, it could take them years. The Digital Monster X first released in 2019, and we're just now getting it 2 years later. So that's kind of how it goes. And again, who knows if we'll see the actual Pendulum version 20th. So don't wait on these. You can get them pretty easily still. Japan You Want has them for really decent prices when they're in stock. So just keep up to date with their stock. If you don't want to follow them on Twitter, then in the Discord server, which again, if you're not in the Discord server, head over there right now. There's a link in the description. There's plenty of other people who love this kind of crap. In there, we do stock alerts. If you want to get one of those, just head to the Rolls channel, give yourself a stock alert roll, and we will let you know anytime that we see any kind of interesting stock pop up. So definitely would recommend getting at least one of these. They're fun devices. I do like the Digital Monster X a little bit more overall, but there's still a lot to love about these, especially, again, I like these shells. They're great. I love these I love the way these shells look, especially all together like this. And I love a lot of the Digimon on them. They're really fun. They're really cute little devices. And yeah, so if you have any questions about them, definitely let me know in the comments or on the Discord. There's a lot of people over there as well that know everything there is to know about these. I'm not the only one who obsesses over this, There are plenty of other people who know as much, if not more, than I do. So definitely let us know if you have any questions about using these, and we will do our best to answer. In the meantime, I will let you know I am going to be doing... I'm actually moving. I'll just let you know that right now. I'm going to be moving into a new home in a few months, and so there's going to be a weird transitionary period between now and then where I'm actually going to be staying at my parents' house. So that'll be cool. I'm 32, by the way, so going back to my parents is, it's not exactly what anyone ever plans after being gone for so long, but it's what my wife and I need to do at the moment. So we'll be hanging out there, and so my videos will be set up a little bit differently, perhaps. I'm going to try my best to make them look consistent, and I'm going to be continuing to try to do videos, but they might be a little bit of slower pace, so just a heads up there in case you're wondering why I'm not doing as much. I'm going to be trying to do another video on the Vital Bracelet since my live stream went terribly for that, due to reasons I've hopefully solved by now. But again, there it is in case you want to see it again. It's very hard to see with the light pointing right at it. So, hi Rennermon, how you doing? Good. Did my pulse go up while I was doing this? Probably. But yeah, I'll just be doing my basic thoughts on. I'm not going to be doing anything crazy, and I am still working on the guide for that too. Having 2 devices come out in 1 month when I'm busy is not ideal, but hey, it's it's at least fun to get all the Digimon stuff right. So, and if I'm probably going to be kind of trying to skimp on editing as much too, wherever I can, just because that is the longest part of the process for me, is to go through and make all the edits I need to. So edited form videos may be few and far between for right now. I know the brief history of Digimon V-Pets, it's not done. I'm obviously going to be doing more of that. It's just going to be a lot harder for me to push that out as consistently. So I'm going to try to do more unedited videos like this, which is minimal editing. And I'm going to be trying to do more streams, since that way I can still communicate with everybody. You may be asking, what will I be streaming? I'm going to be trying to stream actual coding of the website, so that everyone can kind of get in on what my process is and just hang out and ask questions and have a good time. Let's put that back into focus. There we go. So I'm going to be testing that out. I also want to make sure that I can remember how to properly do a stream. I used to do game streaming all the time back in the day, but took a long break from that and kind of forgot some things. So I'm going to get back into that habit. So look out for those. I'll post a schedule on when I'll be doing coding streams that you all can hang out with me at, and just again see how exactly I put together this insanely obsessive guide. Oh hey, random encounter. Last thing, these things get random encounters. Dukemon is fighting Mugendramon. Good for him, he'll probably die. But yeah, anyway, whatever the next video is, I hope to see you there, and until then, bye!